Kick off our Wednesday market watch here. I have a small run of the red version of the Exosister Field Center. A lot of you guys were requesting that you didn't get the chance to get the original run of these. I have heard your answer and I have listed these. When these are gone, it is it for this version. It's not very often that I end up unvaulting something, so consider this a great opportunity to pick this up. This is honestly probably one of my favorite Field Center designs that we've had. Link will be down below, and well, let's pass that on over for Market Watch, shall we? Don't make the 30% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100K ladder here. Big 3 deals. Now, for those of you that don't remember this, we do have a discount code over here on Big 3. I know they're out of Power of the Elements, but that doesn't stop you from taking advantage of looking at some of these other sets, like Tactical Masters, 730. Cole 40 will save you on that purchase. Crystal Revenge down here for the Angry Crystal Beast set. And they also have Darkwing Blast. We're still waiting on a little bit more details for this, but there's all sorts of good opportunities over here on Big 3. Kind of come over here, take advantage of it. 10 cases for 190 is really, really good, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, lots of good opportunities back here. They even have the structure decks. You can get 3 structure decks for Crystal Beast. Honestly, if the Ash reprint is in here, along with some of the other good stuff, I'd take advantage of getting 3 of these for 30 bucks. And then, ooh, they also have Magnificent Mavens available as well. 370 bucks. Take advantage of that. Like I said, discount code MCOL40. I'll leave a link down below for you guys for that as well. All right. This is hilarious to me. So, Metianus Drytron finally got bought out. It's been what, like a year and a half in the making here? This is like Drytron's 3rd victory lap around the format here. And we finally see the big ritual card disappearing off the face of the planet here for this. This is actually a fairly recent shove up here. All real things considered. I still think that just the 4 or 3 listings is very, very out there. Obviously, Draconis here, still floating about the $37 mark. Only 22 listings, though. All right, I see that Quadartus here, still 15 bucks. Drytron Nova's still holding here at the $14 mark. Ooh, Beta's 11 bucks. Regular copies of Metianus, though, are literally $7. You love to see it, to be honest with you. Like, that's some pretty cheap value, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, of course the collector's rares are going to get bought out. You know what else has gone up today? This thing. All right, so I am not surprised about this. If you kind of blinked today, Magnificas started getting bought out. And this wasn't just like a simple buyout. No. These rocketed very, very quickly. I understand, you know, the waifu tax and things, and, you know, having the collector's rares, having the chance to pick these up, but seeing these modern era collector's rares getting wiped off the market, it's mainly for the anticipation and hype for what's to come in the next set, and a lot of players just don't want ultra rares, which I perfectly understand, right? The card looks absolutely amazing and pops nicely in person from what I've seen. So, yeah, up they go. No real shocker there. The rest of the Exosister stuff, besides this, McIsles are still floating at $70. All right, all 21 listings of these. This card was $65 a little while ago. You blinked, all of a sudden they're back up. It's not good. Packs, oh my gosh, these are actually heading up to about the $60 mark at this point in time. Yeah, wild actually. That's 2 big Exosister buyouts that are just, actually 3 that are just holding. All right, Sophia's are still floating at 40 bucks. It's not too bad. Regular packs are floating about the $12 mark. Regular copies of Sophia are about 7 to 8 bucks. Actually, once that's gone, you're going up to 10. Okay. And regular McKyle's here coming in about 10 to 11 bucks. Magnifica is still holding about the $6 mark, actually. And then, of course, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of these supers start hitting the dollar mark. But overall, you are seeing your value movements here across the board. I did want to peek into the Duels pack again. We took a look at this yesterday, but I did see droplets were pushing back down here. Silent Iron Arc still underneath the $40 mark. Hilarious. You love it. Dives are still floating about the $15 to $16 mark. Sonars yesterday were about $10. They're back up to 12. This is what I was talking about when we saw this card last. This card is fluctuating. Like it's not sure what it wants to do. Some days it wants to be a good boy. Some days it doesn't. It's only 29 listings. Abyss Shark still at $4. I wonder how long that'll hold. And I also am wondering like how long the Spring Girl will hold. This did top Italian Nationals, which we'll talk about all that stuff later on today. But you are seeing that this is just gradually pushing itself down underneath the weight of things. Coral Triangle here about $3 to $4. Agua Argonaut about $2 to $3. Seventh Ascensions, a $2 card. This thing was pretty hard to pull out of the set when I was opening it, but all right. Hey man, if you can do better, all right. Kyroshin's a $2 card. Wow. And the stupid Mega Fortress Whale is under $1. Yes. So Lost Art Chocolate Magician Girls. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Lost Art collection, but we do have the Chocolate Magician Girl now being advertised. Yesterday on Market Watch, we talked about the regular version of this card actually going up. I'm not sure why the regular version of this card is going up. People just want the uncensored version. I'm not really sure what's going on overall with that. But this is the current Lost Art promo this month. And, the sad thing is, this was the lowest one. $15. All of the other ones on eBay right now are coming in at $17 at the moment, which actually I think is kind of cringe, to be honest with you. I don't like that they're so expensive. So if you end up with a Chocolate Magician Girl, it's going to be one of the ones that looks like it's going to have long-term holdability, which is still strange to me. Speaking of the long-term ability here, I don't know how many of you guys have paid attention to these Don's Lukes. I don't think the English release of this, at least for America, has come through yet. I could be wrong about that, but there's Italian copies and there's German copies that have been floating around. I actually bought German copies just so that I could have a playset of these, but you're looking at $9.50 for these, and it looks like the only listings on TCG Player here have all been pictures. A lot of people are paying the $9.50, $10, and you can see that this listing goes all the way back to May 12th. So if that's not telling you what's going on, I do believe it's just a generalized delay on this. Maybe the English copy did come through and did get bought out, but I don't think it has yet overall. So if you're looking for foreign copies of the Don's Luke, there's plenty of them available on TCG Player, like I said, for that $10 price point. Not bad whatsoever. Collector's Rare Foxy Tunes. I am the lowest right now on TCG Player at $85. And then they go up to the $88 mark after this one. So they're quite expensive. The entire Punk engine is nothing really short of cheap. All right, I see regular Noah Punk Foxy Tunes here are going up. The entire engine right now for this deck, this is the most wanted engine right now in Modern Era Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of what this does. All right, getting the ability to synchro spam. You can play the turn skip deck with this. You can play it in Dragon Link for a synchro engine. Obviously, in both engines, it facilitates synchroing, but it is so crazy to me that these collector's rares were so cheap on release. Nobody wanted this stuff, and then one person has success in the metagame, and much like, how the secondary market works, to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. I guess you love to see it at the end of the day here. Now, I want to give a shout out here to A Hero Lives. In the OCG, the Tyralements Ishizu deck, or the Earth Theory deck, was actually starting to side A Hero Lives with Shadow Mist and Mass Change 2 so that they can actually make Dark Law with this. Now, I just wanted to, besides the alties, which we are unknowingly expensive here, I can get Italian copies for $8. There's some very cheap copies of these here available, all things really considered here. Mass Change 2 is probably going to be one of the more interesting ones. Yeah, wow, from Ghost in the Past 1. Basically a $2 card. The Ghost Rare is $1, or the Gold Rare is $1. The rest of the stuff for this engine. Shadow Mist, do you know that this thing is a $3 common? The structure deck is also $3. Alright, and then of course the big boy himself, Danglaw, still $438. $17 still for these. You can get Italians for $8.50, which isn't bad. Super rares coming in about $2.50, $3. Commons still dollars at the end of the day. So it's a slight little engine that if you're planning on playing the Tier Elements package for the side deck, that you might want to consider having, because it really does curve out some of the crazier stuff that mirror match can bring to the table. Guys, remember, you can get your Field Center down below. Everything linked. And, you know, like I said, I think this is one of the nicer pieces that we've had the chance to make so far. I'll see your beautiful faces back here and there with some more cool, awesome content. Peace out, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.